Hello and welcome to today's audio blog. Why are you still saying you have a food problem? When the calling comes, when you can feel the tension building, the overwhelm growing, and your resistance and self-discipline slipping into the realm of a binge, what do you really eat? I mean, it's not the pizza, it's not the baked goods, not the cookies or the chocolate or any of the food that flies into your mouth at such immense speeds it may as well have been catapulted there. No, it isn't the food you're eating. Sure, you're consuming it, inhaling it, devouring it, but you could never actually say that you're eating it, could you? Not when eating would mean tasting it, savoring it, feeling the texture and variation of subtle differences. No, what you're eating is definitely not the food. What you're tasting, feeling, and savoring in that moment is the release, the escape from the tension in your body that drove you to this point. It's your ability for numbness, freedom from the uncomfortable impending feeling that something is not right. And not just not right, but wrong on an epic scale. That knowledge that something is so deeply wrong that you cannot possibly face up to it. It's too big, too scary, and too damn impossible to define. No, it's much easier to bury that fear in food. After all, it's predictable. It will always be there. It can't let you down. And so it becomes clear that you're not eating the food. But it's such an easy scapegoat. I mean, it's the most obvious cause for your problems, isn't it? If only you could finally stop the self-sabotage, you could have that perfect body that you dream of. You could be as confident as you can only imagine. You could love going clothes shopping because everything would fit. You could basically have the life you've always wanted. But that damn food, it is stopping you. But if you know during those binges, if you can feel that you're not even really tasting the food, not enjoying it, that what you are really focusing on is that intensity subsiding and the calmness returning, then how can you truly believe that food is the problem when it isn't even the focus when you're eating it? The truth is, it really isn't the food. It's your mind, beautiful. And what you're eating is insecurities and fears. That feeling of panic and impending doom has nothing to do with the food and everything to do with yourself. The way you see yourself, the way you think others see you, and the lack of control you feel like you have when it comes to any of it. Think about this. If you were truly fulfilled and completely at ease with who you are and what you stand for, then would the thought of binging on food even cross your mind? Or would you be too busy, too excited, and too happy to want to sit in numbness for a half hour or more and make yourself feel sick? Of course you wouldn't. So why in the world are you still saying you have a food problem? Why are you still searching and forking out money on a new and exciting eating and training plan that will finally fix your food problems when you know food isn't the problem anyway? It's the way you see it and the way your mind has orchestrated your life around it that is the problem, nothing to do with the food itself. Otherwise, the last time you went on any decent eating and training plan that actually had you eating enough and the right kind of food to support you nutritionally, that would have been it, right? If it was a food problem, then being on a simple, sustainable, and healthy program would have fixed it, right? But it didn't. The binges returned and you found yourself back on Google looking up yet another amazing plan to throw your money at, still wondering why this problem won't go away no matter what you try. So I think you get it now, gorgeous. This is not a food problem. It's a head shit problem. And until you take the focus away from the food and back into yourself, you'll always continue back down this road. You'll spend hundreds more dollars on binges, make yourself feel better, and the endless purchase of magical supplements and eating plans, only to end up back at square one, feeling just that little bit more sure that you really are a failure each time. It comes down to you and you only, beautiful. What is going on in that head of yours and your own self-worth? Food is just the symptom. It is not the cause. Don't you think it's time to stop with the Band-Aid approach to the symptom and actually deal with the cause so that it doesn't keep recurring? What are you really eating? Such a simple question, but we rarely stop to ask ourselves, what are you really eating? See you guys. Live life on purpose. Bye.